Feed me. Feed me more. Feed me more. The Ryback Show starts now.
Welcome to the Ryback Show, Wednesday live. Happy hump day, as they say. Midweek, it's all the same when we're hungry. There's no rest days. There's rest periods. And there is actually one rest day, 24-hour fast, which is a lot of work, actually. So it's technically not really resting, but it is from a physical standpoint. Hope you guys are all having a great week. We had yesterday off, very busy, a lot going on, a lot of Feed Me More nutrition work, a lot of body work, a lot of softball scar tissue work, a lot of training, 2 massive training days, a huge conditioning day today with the training, more scar tissue work, breaking up scar tissue all around the scapula, down the rhomboids, the trap, the rhomboid, that big, thick muscle on the big guy's back, just ripping scar tissue as everything is just coming together and getting stronger and faster at the perfect time. And I've got 2 appointments with my therapist tomorrow, staggered at horrible times at 11 and 2, which I got to get closer together because I want to try to get my other therapist and do the old triple stack after the 2 therapists, and then go get my 90 to 2 minute, 2 hours, 2 minutes, 2 hours of shoulder manipulation, and just keep cranking the scar tissue away. And we're getting closer and closer. So it's a lot of work, and I'm annoyed at times, but I keep a smile on my face. I stay hungry. I keep doing the things I've been doing from day one, when I didn't talk about a lot of it, and just keep plugging away. And here we are. So Instagram, we're streaming on Instagram, the Big Guy Ryback 22, and TikTok. We're back on TikTok. I'm going to try. I don't know if the cussing got me kicked off of TikTok, so I think we'll try to eliminate the F-bombs and see. Instagram has taken away my badges. Coincidental with everything going on with the social media. I can't make this stuff up. They took away my badges on Instagram, which I had a bunch of money sitting in my account. And I don't even know how you even would now get that out, because it's saying you're not eligible, and against community guidelines, which was never notified that you do a show where you talk to people and help people about health and fitness and positivity and mindset, and they say that violates community guidelines. Yikes. But here we are. And just keep plugging away and trying to get the social media to just be normal. And yeah, I'm going to write all about this in my book, Broken Bones and Happy Endings. And there's going to be hell to pay the moment I'm in a position of more prominence and have a little bit better connections. You better believe guns are going to be going off in a very, very, just like fireworks. Fireworks. That's all I'm going to say. Fireworks. Hello. Big Guy doesn't like cold soup. That is true. Gazpacho, I knew that. SummerSlam. One of me and Dolph Ziggler's favorite segments. Your wife is body shaming you. Well, I would take that as a sign to maybe sign up for the local gym. You know, maybe do some laps around if they have a track, or hop on the treadmill. I would take that as a sign, though, if your wife is not happy with your physique. You know, let's talk about that for a second. This is a good starting point for today's show. You guys, if you get married and you let yourself go, screw you. That's on you. I always wondered that people, they get married and get complacent. I'm like, Ted, why would you let yourself look like that? Like, God, I want to cuss so bad. This is going to be a real challenge on my own show, not being able to cuss, but we're going to see. We have to adhere to it. We got to see if that's what, even though we've cussed and never got kicked off of those before. I've always been fascinated by people, though, that let themselves go after they get in a relationship, because that's like the to me, that's just giving up altogether. And it's so disrespectful. If I got married and my wife just let herself go, I'm not going to be happy about that, because the person I married, she's not the person I married, and then now we got to find out the deeper underlying issue of, like, you know what I mean? You know, being in shape is attractive. That's, you owe it to yourself and to your partner to be in shape. You know, so if your wife is telling you she wants you to be a little skinnier, I would take that as a wake up call right there. That the next step is probably you're going to lose half. You might want to go join that gym, my man. Save yourself some trouble. Thank you, Jose, for liking the content. I got to get a new feeding time. I actually will get a feeding time video done tomorrow and try to get it up for Friday morning for you guys. No, are you fired from WWE? I was never fired from WWE. I walked out, got my nose fixed, I got my ears fixed, I got paid up until my contract expired on August 8th of 2016. And that was that. Chose not to re-sign the contract they gave me because I was not going to hand over everything that I had trademarked, and I wasn't going to give them all my social media and all this other stuff, which actually happened after, which they wanted the social media after, which I posted that many times. But you guys, I'm at the point, and I just work and work and work. It's like, you're going to believe what you want to believe. I know the truth. The people that know me know the truth. I know all the right people. At this point in time anymore, I'm at just such a high level. Like, you can believe, you could think I'm the biggest piece of crap you've ever met. You can believe whatever you want to believe, and I'm okay with it because I'm so happy and life is so good, and none of you are ever going to take that away from me. So, yeah, it was at the oxygen. You bought the colon cleanser. That had to have been. That definitely has to be the oxygen-based one with the magnesium, right? I believe. I got a thing of that sitting up in my cupboard in there. I haven't had to take that, man, so long after going vegan. Vegan's just a natural, just colon cleanser on being healthy. Yeah, here we go. Got a good question here. Let's get some health and fitness questions. They're always a good time. Yeah, my shoulder is almost healthy. It's almost those. We got scar tissue we got to get rid of. And like I said, seeing 3 people, this isn't like a regular injury where they go, oh, you got 6 months to get better. Guys, this was, you needed a 5-disc fusion and shoulder replacement. You're done. So if we could all just appreciate the magnitude of what has happened, and my back being 100% and my shoulder's actually 100%. We just got to get the scar tissue so I can get the full range of motion, and not like with my scapula moving and my humerus moving independently. And like, it's, 19 stem cell procedures later, like I wish I was better at predicting the exact time. I have in my head, this is the closest I've in my head that I think I know when I'm going to be ready. And I will relay that to the right people right when I know for sure, where I'm not like jumping the gun. I've come this far, and I could tell you, though, the last 2 weeks have been very, very good. And a lot of just major progress has been made on the scapula moving and how I feel strength-wise. Brian shared in Ryback your opinion on jumping rope, and do you incorporate it yourself into your workouts? Excuse me, I just had a plant-based shake, pistachios. Such a good cardio and amazing workout. I agree. I typically add it into my workout once a week. I'm actually due here to get that in this week. I almost did it today, but it was raining out. And so I just did the assault bike and the assault runner, which my shirt was all, I have to go shower here and all this for my nighttime, before my nighttime surge of unlimited energy of working. But I love the jump rope, and I think it's fantastic to incorporate it in if you're able to do it. And I've always, I like doing mixed jumps, and I think it's a good piece to have, a good tool to have in the tool chest for conditioning. Works great leg workout too for your calves, thighs, everything, as long as your knees are all right and you can handle it. And again, I don't do it every day, once a week, because I try to do so many different forms of conditioning to try to mimic pro wrestling conditioning while I'm not pro wrestling. We had a super chat I think I missed. Let me see. Super chat. Picaro Floor FL 2015. Was there any plans of you becoming world champion? The only time, well, obviously the main eventing there that after the first 2 years, and just I never was ever under the impression that those were going to be for me. I think on the first, I'll tell you on the first one at Hell in the Cell, I had already had suspicions of things based off what they had done with the doctor, making me drop the multi-million-dollar lawsuit that was open and shut, so I wouldn't have that money. Bad things had already taken place behind the scenes, so I wasn't necessarily. I didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't tell me the finish until I got to the building that day with the first one with Punk, and then when they said he was going over the thing, I just go okay, and I went and talked to Vince. Vince wanted, and it wasn't it wasn't like me going in there to like change a finish. Never did that once. It was Vince just wanted to talk to me on what he wanted on that. And I think that was because we're keeping everything under 10 minutes for the Ryback character at that time, because it was to keep the monster thing, and he didn't want anything over 10 minutes. The match was bell to bell. The whole thing alone was well over that whole thing, but bell to bell. And just to explain that. And it was one of Vince's rules at the time, and like and it worked. And don't get me like it was great, and it was really easy to do. But the last meeting I had with Vince, when we talked money, and me possibly and staying, and I'd switched to the trunks on my own. I was already pissed off, and it was already clear. I'd already tried to talk to them about my injuries. They weren't hearing it. I was mentally really, really pissed off, in which even when we talked money, that was just, to me, that was just a discussion, and nothing was finalized, and that was that. But that was the plan when I was with all of that. And I do believe if I would have signed that contract, I do think it would have happened. Because we talked about it, and he told me that's what we were going to do. It was supposed to be that kind of that baby face to heel turn in the trunks, and that was being a lot more aggressive. Didn't sign the contract. I didn't sign the first contract as IC champion. They took the title off me really quickly. This kept going past that. Then switched to the trunks, had that meeting, and it was sign the contract, give them everything. The plan was to be for the title. Didn't sign the contract. The plans then, whatever those plans were then got switched to U.S. title. Didn't sign the contract. So then the match got taken off WrestleMania and put on the pre-show. Finish got changed. This is typical contract stuff. Well, I wasn't signing the contract. I was not happy with things, and there needed. So that booking was going to continue. And then we did one more pay-per-view with Kalisto. I did business. And then I'd had enough when I saw the direction that how stupid it was going to get really quickly. And I knew that I wasn't going to sign over what I was doing. I already knew what I wanted to do with the supplements. And I walked in. Carano was with Ric Flair. I just said, take me off your fucking shitty TV show. I'm going home. I went and got my bags. Carano came in. You want to talk to Vince? You want to talk to Hunter? Blah, 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 blah. I go, I never want to talk to them again. I got my stuff and I left. I went right to Hooters, had some chicken wings and a couple beers, and that was it. I'd already this wasn't like a split second thing, and a lot of thought had went into it, and I was really, really hurt. And luckily, I've always been very protected, and the voice was spot on, and as it always has been with me. And so I don't know, man. But as a physical actor, I played every role. I played the role of an Intercontinental Champion. And I know a lot of people wanted to see everything play out different ways multiple times, but I'm grateful for everything. I just wish they didn't do the things they're doing with my social media. And I just want to be free and happy, and I want to go wrestle and have fun and make a ton of money, get ratings up, and have a good time and grow my business and be who I should have been from day one. But I'm grateful for the experience and the journey, and promote veganism and help make the world a little bit of a better place while I'm here. So. Let's see. What else do we got going on? I think Pinterest is a great place, guys, to go. We're going to go ahead and block this guy. If you want a question answered, you can just not ask it 1,000 times, because now it's never going to get answered. But Pinterest is a great place, guys, to go to get content, to work out, starting workout routines, guidelines, how to do proper forms, certain exercises. Pinterest, and we got Ryback's Feed Me More Nutrition on there, which we share a lot of that. Jeff Rains with a super chat. When you return, do you want to go for a Meltzer 5-star? Does anybody actually have what exactly makes up a 5-star match? Does it just need to be like a 20 or 30-minute match? I don't really. The guy said spread so many lies. I'm not going to lower myself to that frequency. He doesn't exist to me, and he's not going to when I go back. In fact, I look forward to a public apology at some point from him, which I will get negotiated out. That's going to be the win for me. For his lies, just to admit that I don't care what his opinion is, just for the lies that he has spread. No time for that. You can believe what you want to believe, but the guy is, yeah. What else do we got going on? Let's see. Texas, how you doing? A good way to reduce cholesterol is to adopt a vegan lifestyle. Proven. See, a lot of questions today, guys. If you guys could also, yeah, Mike, they can't tarnish Ryback. And that's what to them, and this is something they've always preached, is perception is reality. You have to ask yourselves, and all I'm going to do is just present you with facts. What other WWE superstars' social media accounts have they ever tried to just take? Nobody's, just mine. You have to ask yourself, what makes me so special that they wanted my social media? They know my ability to draw people and to get people's attention. They know this. They stopped it all. They were well aware of it, right? Look at how much my social media has grown suppressed. I'm telling you, it's going to be that when I get this fixed, there's going to be hell to pay with all of this. I will not let anything defeat me. Suppress the social media, push out a bunch of lies. So what do you think happens? That way, my voice is very limited. That negative voice is really loud. This is just WWE Psychology 101 on their 48 Laws of Power. That's all that it is. All I can do to control this, though, is put out massive content, let the people that do follow me know me, so that when they see that, they go, that's not true. And that's all the best I could do right now until I get this fixed. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. Twitter in 5.5 years will not reply. We've got 2 verification requests, and one of them's over 2 months old. They won't do anything with it. Why? So I could talk about it till I'm blue in the face. I just got to try and try. I've reached out to over 30 employees at Twitter. Not one of them can do anything. One of them got back out of the 30 and said he can't do anything. You can't give me an email to somebody that can look at my account? That doesn't seem like that's asking for too. I can't have one phone call just to talk about some stuff to understand why I get 0.5% impressions on nearly 1.5 million followers that's been stuck at 1.4, went from 1.5 to 1.4 for 5 years. That doesn't seem right when I'm extremely active as anyone on it. Come on. But I think we're going to see some really cool stuff on the wrestling stuff once we get to that point, guys. I'm training. I'm going really hard right now, and I have the right contacts. I can assure you of that. Don't believe anything that you read about any promotion not wanting to sign me anything. I could tell you, don't believe anything you read. I've never lied. You're not going to know if I go back or when I go back, but don't believe what you read. And I know more than enough people in pro wrestling that I know what I'm capable of, so we'll be okay. And guys, I've done nothing wrong, despite what you people want to write and try to say. It's all right. We got people talking about the vaccine stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, guys, you could choose to get upset over anything on that. Eat your fruits and vegetables. Take care of yourself. We're not going to be able to control. 87% of the world is easily manipulated based off of recent data. 80. I don't know what's going on TikTok. There's a party going on. There was a disco ball going on TikTok. I've never seen that before. A book I read, though, 87% of people are easily manipulated and controlled. That's pretty much the entire world. So, yeah, I like Moxley. We just don't talk. He's in Henderson. I'm up here. Man, I've been doing my thing. He does his thing. You know, I'm sure I would love to talk to him too. And I'm sure that will happen at some point. I'm just like so overdoing guests and scheduling people. I'm sick of, I think too, like there's some conversations I will have, but I'm pretty over scheduling people to do the show. Like I just can't, I don't have time for it. And then I enjoy this. I like talking supplements and health and fitness and helping people. Maximum Mac, thank you for the super chat. $6.99 Canadian. Is that like $2? Have you talked to Cody lately? And if you were to go to AEW, is there anyone you'd be eager to work with? Well, I'm not going to talk about anything of that nature. That's none of your guys' business. If you've ever caught on anything I've said on here, though, from times, you would know. But I can't answer that question. I apologize. There's a lot of people, though, that I would be very excited to wrestle with. But I'm not like one of these guys where like I like fantasize about matchups. I'm more interested in the actual storyline. I'm interested in good storytelling. And then the match is easy. The wrestling, interchange anybody. It's all the same to me. It really is. There's nobody you're in there and you're like, oh, God, this is magic. The way he runs the ropes and just spins his body around my big guy body. Damn it. This is like I don't care about that. It's all the same. I care about reactions and good storytelling and going out there and being badass. Andrew, I wish that were true, but it's not the case. It's why a lot of the best would let me actually control and call the matches and come up with the majority of the stuff. Believe what you want to believe, Andrew. You are completely clueless. I can assure you that. I love the wrestling part of it. I just don't get, it's not like something that I don't get weird with it. So you can get out of here. We don't need anybody with that kind of negativity around. Yeah, I've never heard of a YouTube bot liker thing, guys. Let's see, what else do we got? Unfortunately, I'm not on that or anything, so there's hate threads about all the most famous people in the world, guys. So I think that is a fantastic thing that I am able to trigger massive love and massive hate, which the hate is all lies. So like, it's not even, I can't even get, like, it's just lies. It's not even like it's on true things. So just let it go. Just keep on doing my thing, being great. I just want my social media. That's all I care about at this point in time. Yeah, my thoughts on hardcore wrestling. I'm not particularly interested in it. If people like it, they like it. They're not wrong if they like it. I didn't get into pro wrestling to let people destroy my body. So how are my strength levels compared to my WWE days? I think they're well, one, I'm not training purposely as heavy on a lot of things, even though I can go really heavy still. I think my strength, the moment this last remaining scar tissue is broken up and I'm able to start pushing things, I have not lost any strength as far as like, I'm not like physically there was at one point when everything was at its absolute worst, but like, I got to get that scapula moving. Once that's done, like my back's fine now, we're good. And that's why I'm escalating my training. Like, I'm not coming back until I know I'm firing. I've been blessed. I feel I haven't aged. I aged when I left the first 3 years, and I can look at pictures and tell. And I feel I reversed it after I started getting the stem cells, and I changed my diet and eventually adopted vegetarian to vegan. And I feel like the hands just keep getting turned back. So we just got a lot of work to keep doing, and we'll see. I wish I would have been vegan from day one. Obviously, that didn't happen, and it's better late than never. And it's not even late. I feel like it's just, I'm blessed to have learned what I have. My next plan is not sharing my plans with people I don't know or the world anymore. Never let people know what you're doing exactly, because there's too many bad people that will try to stop it. And you guys have seen instances and things in the past. If I say something and then you'll see someone will say something that, oh, he's going to stop it, right? Don't let people know what your game plans are. There's too many bad human beings on this planet that want to try to take away from people. Just do your thing, know what you're doing, kick ass, and you can talk about it after. I would hope I'm somewhat smart. I've listened to so many audiobooks and I read so many books and process them and listen to them over and over and apply them to my life. I'm always, I sure as hell don't know everything, but I love learning and try to keep an open mind towards things, and then passing on that knowledge that has helped me and continues to help me overcome adversity with the hungry mindset. What is that? Let's see here. UFO Factor Fiction. Man, you're going to try the 90-day vegan challenge. I think that is a fantastic decision that you're not going to regret. The Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner, I just got off the phone with the manufacturer yesterday. Those are shipping out on Monday, so to fulfillment. So they should be to fulfillment by the end of the week, Thursday, Friday next week. And I'm hoping Thursday, then they can ship them out Friday. So those are on pre-order because that's our best seller. That there was a delay with the manufacturer. I'm dealing with a lot of delays that cause me a lot of stress at times that I can't control. My manufacturer's in Valencia in California, and California sucks. They have a lot of stupid shit going on there, and I need them to get their times down on how quick they're getting me my supplements, and I got to make a call with the owner here soon and try to see if they can't help me out a little more, because they're hurting me a little bit on certain things, and I know they're not meaning to, but it's just, I can't wait for everything to be back to just running normal prior to COVID business wise. Exactly. Don't stress what you can't control. Thing is, when you own your own business, though, you have to stay on top of things. And you also have to know when to push buttons to get things done. And there's other times where you got to know how often to push those buttons. And we're about to the point we're going to push some buttons, though. We've got a new member. Welcome, Liminal, new Rybacker. Welcome to the club. Thank you very much, RKO fan. Yeah, this is actually a good thing. You guys can. This is how you know what was going on. If you ever hear Moxley talk about me, and not just because he talks good, Moxley just gives real life accounts of interactions. So this was the thing. It was Thorman says it was a real scumbag move that Punk insinuated that you wouldn't sell for the Shield guys. So let's just stop with that right there. Never at any point did I not sell for people. Never up there. Never had there been any issues at this point. Punk and me had no issues, right? So this guy tries to create an issue that there is no issues from a political standpoint. This is the bullshit that you deal with, right? So in that right there, Moxley talks about that. He goes, he knew as they were all three big main eventers and their individual fan bases would hate on you. Ridiculous. Yeah. And it's all I say is karma works everything out. And I think a lot of people get mad that I am who I am and I'm happy and I stand up for the right thing and I don't put up with bullshit. Because I'm not afraid of people. And I think a lot of people that are afraid can't stand that, quite frankly. I'm not afraid to fight. I'm not afraid to throw down. I'm not afraid to have confrontation. I like confrontation. It excites me. It gets me going. Like a lot of people don't, though. And so the easiest thing to do is to then push out lies, which at that point, there wasn't even any issues, except for the issues that he tried to create that weren't there, in which we always did great business together. Those guys never once were ever rough or anything. We used to love going out there and like chucking them around and then coming at me and trying to hold me down. And then, man, that was good business. The crowds were going crazy, shaking during that. But that's what you get. That's a guy with that mindset trying to create something that was never there. But it is what it is. It's his energy, not mine. And I'll never accept it. Yes, I think Roman has done a great job, and I'm very happy. I'm so happy for a lot of the guys' success. If not everyone that I know, anyways. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people liked that Kane segment. That was, I think, I would be interested to know on all those WWE YouTube videos where that ranks on their videos, because if I'm not mistaken, that's close to 40 million YouTube plays. The segment with me and Kane at the hot dog stand. If somebody could do some research and find out what are the WWE's top videos and where that ranks, I would be really, really curious. Because I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I know, though, that's a lot of views for that. And that's the one thing a lot of people talk about, that, hey, Kane, you forgot your nuts. We got another super chat here. Liminal, thank you for the 20. Feed me more. I did not watch Hell in a Cell. I do not have the Peacock app, so I did not watch it. Okay, yeah, Llama Fan, it has 35 million views. Okay, yeah, 35 million. So I would be interested to know how many, like, what the average WWE video does, and then what the best ones have done, because that has to be decent, I would imagine. I was a baseball football guy. I played soccer when I was very young as well. Llama fan says 69,000 is the average. 69,000 views is the average WWE video on YouTube. So there you go. I would say that was a huge success. What is my favorite fast food item of all time? I got to tell you that there's a few of those vegan places I've had. The Modern Vegan, their Mac Attack is so good. That Ryback burger they made that they do is really good. But that Mac Attack and fries is better. Oh, talk about a fulfilling meal. Cafe Nofap, that Philly cheesesteak I just did on Feeding Time. Oh, that Philly cheesesteak. Garden Grill, they've got these buffalo fingers. Oh my God, that with vegan ranch, and they've got these great chicken. What was it? They've got a buffalo chicken sandwich and a Nashville hot chicken sandwich, which will blow your balls off. Yeah, I do think that a match with Goldberg is if I'm back, if I'm back, I think the best way to do a match with Goldberg if it's his retirement match with me. I think that would be a very intriguing matchup if it's done. But I don't think that's ever possible that could ever happen. Yeah, I've known Regal was my pro on NXT, guys, when I was Skip Sheffield. I've talked to Regal many, many times. I love him. He's very kind and respectful. He's always been very complimentary of my work, and I like him. He's always given me great advice. He was the one that told me my backpack stunner was going to hurt my back, and I actually did switch it. But then just as time went on, I just thought, I'll use it as a near fall move as Ryback, and it definitely contributed to the disc that were connected from my peroneal nerve in my leg from that injury into my disc in my back. That just caused the disc degeneration, the 5 of them. Finish that coffee. It was a lot of fun to play the role as Intercontinental Champion, and I had a great time. Nothing really changes other than you grab a championship out of the case and you carry one around in your bag for the live events. And it's don't get me wrong, very grateful that I got to play that role. Yeah, no alcohol for the big guy. I've got it cut down to red wine. It will usually be red wine 1 day a week. I'm running a dry ship for the most part as I keep training harder and harder. The Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner is $34.99 on feedmemore.com. And we have discounts. If you want to save 25%, sign up for my email and text messages, guys. You can save 20. It's one message a week with giving you huge discounts. You can save, we'll give you 25% off codes for each one. So sign up for those, and then you could just save 25% on your orders. Yeah. Thank you very much. The truth always wins out. I initially thought you weren't a good guy from Punk shooting on you. I'm glad Moxley cleared up that BS, and I found that channel, and I found the real Ryback. Thank you, buddy. Again, I don't know what to tell people as far as I never understood the magnitude of what those were gonna, what he said was gonna happen. I never even listened to the whole thing, and I knew it wasn't true. From the moment he said steroid guy, it's just a guy that's insecure. Karma took care of him, I don't care how you feel about him. Karma took care of him, and it is what it is. And it's over with. It's done with. Nobody. It's done. It's so many years past. And I've stayed consistent. I've never lied about anything, and he has, and that's the big difference. So, all the right people know me, and it's that. That's that. I love Bray Wyatt. I am a big fan of his work as the Fiend. Interested to see what he does. No, I keep my calories. I'll typically, before going into a 24-hour fast, we'll have a larger calorie meal. And then I do the fast, and then I typically break it right at that around that 24-hour mark. It's usually at night, and I usually get one big meal in, which isn't going to be the amount of calories I would normally consume for that day. But that's the fasting day. Then I just go right back to my schedule. But I keep my diet is very consistent, and I continuously am making progress and making positive changes to my body as I keep progressing with all of this. So I know what I'm doing is definitely working with that. It's really tough too with the amount of conditioning and things. I have a good idea of how many my diet, and like too, it's pretty simple that I can just typically manipulate my carbohydrates a little bit and shift from fat burning to getting a little leaner to getting a little bigger, getting a little bigger, getting a little bigger pretty easily. And that's from years of just doing it and having an understanding of and I don't even have to count calories on that. And because I have an idea, my meals are all pretty similar, and I just adjust my servings a little bit on things. And it's not too complicated on that for me. I never have met Shinsuke that I know of or wrestled. I wasn't there, but I enjoy everything. I'm a fan of a lot of the guys. I love the wrestlers. I've always been pro wrestler on everything I've ever talked about. Everything I do is for pro wrestling, for pro wrestlers. I prefer the singlet. It's more fun. I think it's better for action figures. I just think it looks more badass. No, I'm interested in being an entrepreneur like I am in growing my business and then doing some more business work. I don't know if I'm cut out for the whole Hollywood scene. I don't know though. Very happy for Bobby Lashley and his role playing champion right now. I think he's doing fantastic. I think he's doing the best work of his career with MVP. I love those two guys together. I loved Lashley and Leo Rush together, and I love him and MVP together. I think it's been a very Bobby works extremely hard, and he's done his time, and it's very nice to see him have a pretty lengthy run as champion. Hello, hello. Yes, Dr. Bacon, the Big Guy Testosterone Booster. It's just a multivitamin for your testosterone levels. It will increase your natural production. Doesn't have to be low. It could be normal. You're going to, I always say, go get blood work. If you know, or if you have recent blood work, take it, do a 3 or 4 month run with it. And towards your last week or two on it, go get more blood work for the total testosterone, free testosterone, and test your estrogen as well. And you will see firsthand. I'm telling you, it is. But even if you just want to take it, you're not interested in seeing what your numbers are, you're going to feel the libido boost from it. And on top of it, with the Buteus superba in it as well, which is a natural. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't want a natural V, natural C for the ED stuff because of the TikTok and Instagram. I don't know what you're allowed to say and not say. The that alone, I think, it's very beneficial for that as well. Weird question, but should I do the Nofap challenge? I don't know. I think if it's something, if you want to mentally test yourself, I think that's sometimes with that stuff though, it can, cause more stress in your life. I don't know. It depends on I think you got to have, what's your why? Why are you, what's the point of, is it to say you did it? Then cool. If you just want to do it, then, do I think it's going to add any value to your life outside of just knowing you are capable of doing something for, I think it's more mental toughness than anything. But yeah. The baby, welcome Lewis Rybacker. The baby. I don't think it has any benefits on that. I think it's something that people made up, and I do think it's good if you to like the fasting and things to challenge yourself. There's always ways we can mentally challenge ourselves, and if it's something, again, there's levels to all this. If you're healthy and normal and you have no issues, doing it, do you really need to do it? I don't know. I don't think so. Now, if you're like somebody that's like a chronic, again, I can't use certain words, then you're 8 times a day, then maybe you need to take the Nofap challenge. What else do we got going on? We've got some great questions tonight. TikTok, everyone, thank you. Crazy the difference between TikTok and IG. I've got more followers on IG, and we got 57 people in here, and on TikTok, 356 live, which I'm grateful for all of them. We'll get thousands of people that tune in for various points, but what a difference on visibility, even. Very frustrating. No, I do not think Vince is out of touch. I think Vince only cares about making as much money as possible, and he's not invested in the individual wrestler brands as much as he is the WWE brand. All the other stuff is he's completely in tune. He understands everything going on. I agree. The medicine and with the vegan plant-based diet and all the people I've talked to, a lot of problems are solved by going plant-based, going vegan, and really, and it was all positive. All right, buddy. The show, okay, you've said please show your body multiple times throughout this. That's just odd to me that we're doing a show and you're like, please show your body. Go look at my Instagram. I posted a picture of my abs on Instagram looking nice. Great lighting. You can go do whatever you want to that photo, buddy. But we're doing a show here. I swear, I'm worried about the future a little bit, guys. I'm not lying. I'm not lying at all when I say that. Terrified. I'm terrified of the future. I'm terrified when I look around and what I see sometimes, because I was never like that young. And I just look and I go, man, a lot of people aren't hungry. And that's scary. Yeah, Tough Enough was fun. I didn't have any issues with it. I was very grateful for the opportunity. How to barbecue the best chicken wings is to go vegan. Vegan barbecue wings. I was born old, I believe. I never was into the partying scene. And don't get me wrong, I've gone out here and there, but I always would stay in and read and try to educate my mind and learn and grow. And I think that's why, though, I am in the position I'm in and why I've been able to overcome such adversity. I'm very grateful for all my life experiences, though. There are things I do want to go out a little more, and I will have those opportunities. I have to buckle down and finish strong with where I'm at with everything I'm doing right now, though, and not get too distracted. It was not difficult going vegan. I had nothing to lose and everything to gain, and it's given me my health back and just mental clarity and peace in many ways, and increased my endurance, increasing my energy, my ability to build muscle. I love it. I've also learned the foods, though. And I just like, this book here, The Plant-Based Athlete. I highly recommend this book by Robert Cheek and Matt Frazier. I finished this the other day, as well as listened to 3 other audiobooks in the week and read a book in 2 weeks. So if you want to get an idea of what, I'm constantly processing information, and I'm going to actually get the audiobook on this to go back, because I listen to audiobooks on 1.8x speed now, and I listen to them multiple times, because sometimes I am working when I do it. So I go back and I'll listen multiple times to make sure I get it. Usually ensures that I get the majority of the book. And that's a very good book, though, and will help a lot of people and has a bunch of meals in here, as well as champions and people in life well into their 40s and 50s thriving on a vegan diet. That's not often talked about. Tom Brady's vegan, or primarily vegan, and arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, and just playing as great as he ever has. He looks young, he looks healthy, energetic, and I don't think that's talked about enough. Is one of the reasons why he's so successful. As well, it's him, but it is what the diet allows you to do. It helps with inflammation, keeps you healthy. So we've got a super chat from Jake Truman. I've been busy. Enjoy, big guy. Thank you, Jake. Good to see you back, buddy. I know everyone, we all have our stuff going on, so I appreciate you making time to check in and catch a show whenever you can. Thank you very much. I don't know if I have a favorite match that I was in. Avocados are great for us as well. I've got a few in my refrigerator right now. And there, I usually will use one and put it in one of my performance meals every day. Hip thrusts are very, very good. Great glute. It's one of the best glute workouts. And also doing hip thrust with the weight is also great for strengthening your back. Having a strong core and glutes is one of the quickest ways to fixing our back problems. I use olive oil usually once for one of my meals, just a very light sprinkle, just to get a little bit of it. I don't go too crazy on it anymore. Yeah, so one diet causes a lot of health issues, being the keto diet, I believe, with that long term. in plaque and things. I think it's as far as getting protein and losing weight, but you're doing it at the expense of endurance, health, longevity, and blood flow. Also, our diet, carbohydrates are our number one fuel. I did keto for quite a long time, and I kept trying to justify it, and I lost weight. I gained body fat on it, and it was the smallest I've ever been in my adult age here of training. And granted, I had my injuries and everything, but I had my injuries, and when I switched back, my body filled right back out, and my body fat went down. And I remember when I had the doctor on the show, and he was saying, oh, you might have to be on it for up to 2 years before your body switches over to ketosis. And I just thought, when he said that, I'm just thinking, like, anything you have to do for a year or 2 years to get your body, and you're eliminating an entire food group, it's not realistic. And it's not realistic, it's not healthy. Carbs are our number one fuel source. And plus, I'm a big believer that when you eliminate animal and dairy, your metabolism, you process food much better. When you're eating fruits and vegetables and not as much processed stuff, and you don't have dead animals sitting in your body for 10 days, you'd be amazed in eating fiber at how much more efficient your body gets in your metabolism, and you process carbohydrates better. I think a lot of people justify making things up to fit with their scheme and what they're selling. So. Yeah, that's a good question here. What do I think? If you guys would quit. Thank you very much, Airy1, 2099. Hopefully there'll be more memories coming up, my man. The question was, I'm looking for it now. There it is. What do you think, by Juto, what do you think of vegan diets for pets? People receive a lot of backlash for turning their pets vegan. So I think people receive backlash over anything by a certain group of people. No matter what decisions we make with online, there's always going to be a group of people that have found each other that are just looking to be upset over anything. From what I understand, the longest living dog ever was vegan. I think it was like 25 years or 20 something years, something crazy. Okay. With that said, Sophie and little guy, we give them a lot of the fruits they're allowed to have. They eat a better diet than most people. They also do a canned food that is full vegan. They get half a can of that every morning with their breakfast. But we also process with chicken or turkey with vegetables in a processor. And make so they still, like, they're half and half. They're plant-based, I guess, primarily. But we still give them some chicken and things in their food with that, and try to balance it out because they eat that stuff up really well. I haven't put them full vegan yet, and I'm not against it one bit as long as they're getting what they need. They eat so good though, and they're doing really, really well. And their energy levels are good. Sophie's is as great as she's been with all her disc disease stuff. So it's fully possible for dogs. And I understand, like, things, like the world, a lot of people, there's certain animals that kill other animals, right? But humans, we have a choice. You look at like silverback gorillas. They're vegans. Look at them. We have a choice, and we have all the research and stuff showing us what's best for us. We've gone down a bad path of factory farming and everything with the agricultural farming and destroying our planet, where there's just too many of us, and we've just become obsessed with eating the stuff far more than what we ever should have. And it's a complicated thing. What would dogs eat? Well, I feel like dogs have always are an animal that need to be taken care of by people. I mean, the landscape of the world, what it would look like if dogs were wild, would be crazy to me. I can't even imagine it. But, You know, you go back and look at throughout the history of time, and people always seem to have dogs as pets and things of that nature. And I don't know what dogs. My dogs love strawberries. They love bananas. They love figs. What else do we? Blueberries. They love blueberries. And then they've got vegetables, carrots. Oh my God, they go crazy, Soph and little guy, for the carrots. So it's I just think it's if they are vegan, it's giving them a diverse diet with the vegetables and making sure they're getting their protein. But like the canned vegan food takes care of that. So we could very easily switch them over and just process like vegetables with that vegan food and give them that, and along with their fruit that they have during the day, and they would be fine. I have no doubt about it. So, you know, I think a lot of people, though, like to get distracted over things that to take the focus off of their lives and their inability to focus on their lives. Again, the longest living dog in the world was vegan, lived for, I believe, 25 years. So, I mean, you could have your beliefs on what you think, but we actually have, you know, actual facts showing dogs living longer on a vegan diet. My dogs, like I said, are not full vegan right now, but I will continue to learn more and see, and if there time at some point can make the switch, great. We got rid of the hot dog. Don't worry, guys. Yes, we got our ISO Hungry plant powered protein, caramel cookie, and we got a 10 count creatine. Feedmemore.com, guys, for all Feed Me More nutrition on there. Everything is for men and women outside of the big guy testosterone booster. Everything is vegan friendly powders and capsules, no artificial sweeteners or colors. We have a spin and win wheel where you could save 25, 30, and 35% with a free spin on the wheel, as well as win free prizes like free gym bags and half-gallon jugs for shopping Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com. We are also to Amazon inventories being loaded in. We had some issues, and the reseller was able to get their stuff fired back up, and the Amazon supplies should be back in the next probably a couple of weeks, I would imagine, fully. And the plant-powered protein on there, but that's going to be probably 2 to 3 weeks. All right, guys. With that, we're going to wrap up today's show. I got to go do more softball work and make my final performance meal and do some emails and set up for the morning work for Feed Me More Nutrition and everything. I appreciate your time as always and answering your questions. Feed Me More Nutrition, feedmemore.com. And other than that, guys, stay hungry, my friends, and I'll see you next time. Feed me more.